Good morning, everyone. My paper is Peel It to Heal It, AGV Decapsulation for Managing Late Failures. I have no financial disclosures. Ahmed glaucoma valve implantation is often the last resort in the management of glaucomas. Especially, it is used in the treatment of refractory glaucomas in cases of multiple failed glaucoma surgeries. In view of its good safety profile, it is now being considered as the first line of management in many primary glaucomas. One of the complications of AGV implantation is late failure. This occurs due to the formation of a fibrous capsule around the foot plate. This does not allow the aqueous to move out, causes a rise in intraocular pressure. This is the fibrosed capsule that we can see around the AGV foot plate. The management options for this complication include the addition of anti-glaucoma medications. A few studies have reported needling of the bleb with injection of fluorouracil and mitomycin C. Surgical removal of the cyst wall or decapsulation recorded in few papers. Ultimately, if all fails, second implant or additional filtration surgery requires to be done. In this paper, we have studied decapsulation or surgical removal of the cyst wall. The aim of the study is to evaluate the outcomes of AGV decapsulation in patients with late surgical failure following AGV implantation. Patients with intraocular pressure of more than 21 millimeters of mercury on maximal medical therapy, that is 4 anti-glaucoma medications, with more than 6 months following implantation surgery were included in the study. Patients with no light perception and patients with other causes of failure like tube blockage with iris or vitreous were excluded from the study. Preoperatively, best corrected visual acuity, slit lamp examination, intraocular pressure measurement with Goldmann applanation tonometry were done. Detailed history, including the number of anti-glaucoma medications being used, preoperative diagnosis, and detailed surgical history were also taken. This is the operative procedure. We can see a thick dome-shaped swelling over the foot plate suggestive of an encapsulated bleb. The conjunctiva is being raised by injection of local anesthetic. The conjunctiva is then dissected to expose the cyst wall. An incision is made over the cyst wall till a gush of aqueous is seen. Following confirmation of aqueous, we excise the cyst wall. The cyst wall was excised to the extent possible, but many studies have suggested that a minimum of 3 into 3 millimeters of wall be excised for this procedure. The conjunctiva is then sutured with interrupted H0 vicryl sutures. Post-operatively, the patients were called for follow-up at 2 weeks, 1 month, 3 months, and 6 months. At each visit, the best corrected visual acuity, slit lamp examination, intraocular pressure measurement, and surgical complications were recorded. If the IOP recorded was found to be high, anti-glaucoma medications were added as per requirement. It was defined as total success when the intraocular pressure was less than 21 without any AGM, and if AGMs were being used and the intraocular pressure was less than 21, it was defined as qualified success, and it was failure when the pressure was more than 21 millimeters of mercury on 4 anti-glaucoma medications. Coming to the results, we found 5 cases fitting into our inclusion criteria and included them in the study. The average preoperative IOP in these patients was 29.6 millimeters of mercury. All of them were on 4 anti-glaucoma medications. Immediately following decapsulation at 2 weeks, the intraocular pressure dropped to 15.2 millimeters of mercury at an average without any anti-glaucoma medications. At 6 months, 4 patients required anti-glaucoma medications. 1 patient achieved full success without any anti-glaucoma medications, and 1 patient required additional glaucoma filtration surgery. There were no surgical complications recorded, and there was no loss of visual acuity in all 5 patients. Encapsulation incidence is recorded in various studies at an incidence of 20 to 25% in multiple studies. in Ahmed glaucoma valve. It is more commonly seen in Ahmed valves than the other non-valve devices. It is a simple, cost-effective, and repeatable option which can be performed in these cases. Coming to my take clinic messages, it is a successful treatment option for late failure of Ahmed glaucoma valves. It is relatively easier to perform. It delays or eliminates the need for additional filtration surgery. And if future glaucoma surgeries are required, the conjunctiva is preserved for future surgeries. These are my references. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Cases had exposure of the plate.
None of the 5 cases had exposure.
Because the suture line is exactly lying on the edge of the plate.
We didn't have any because we found that the capsule again reforms over the foot plate. So we didn't have any cases of exposure.
Meena, you have termed this as a repeatable procedure.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you exactly mean by repeatable? How many times do you think you can go ahead and do this?
I have not included in the study, but in one patient, we had repeated the procedure with success, but there are no reports suggesting of more than 2 procedures. There is one report which says they have repeated it with success.
And you did not think of augmenting this with any antifibrotic agent?
We did not do it in this study, ma'am, but MMC 0.04% has been found to show some increase in success along with the decapsulation technique. We did not augment this study.
Do you undermine the conjunctiva more posteriorly also after you have taken out the
No, sir. Cover it. We just make sure that it is totally covering and attain a watertight closure, sir.
No, covering is okay. I'm just asking after you delaminate or you just remove the cyst, do you go slightly posteriorly to undermine the conjunctiva so that the ring doesn't form again?
No, sir. We did not remove the total capsule. Only the anterior portion we had removed in this study. Most studies show that a 3 into 3 millimeters is the minimum basic that should be done. But one study had done the total decapsulation also with similar results.
Did you attempt needling prior to peeling the capsule?
No, ma'am, we did not needle because one study had done the needling on slit lamp itself, but it was not shown to have much success. We did not attempt needling before decapsulation.
So can we go on to the next speaker? Thank you, Dr. Meena.